What's up, Bucko Nation? Welcome to Pirates Live 412. I'm Mason Spesk, your host. As you can see, we obviously have the two flags in the background. The Penguins one you're probably obviously familiar with because I did all my pregame shots and all my other shots in front of it. But today we added a new Steelers flag. So if you can see that in the background there, got the NFL draft here in Pittsburgh coming up. I will be there. There will be a video on my personal account, my main account, Mason Spesk. So please tune into that and say maybe a month or so and you'll get my draft video. It's going to be freaking lit and insane, so buckle up. But for tonight, we're going to discuss the Pirates series against the Nationals and the Rays and preview this road trip for the Rangers and the Brewers and take a quick look at the MLB standings. So you probably noticed the Pirates are away this week because it's the NFL draft right here in Pittsburgh. And the NFL draft brings big things. And at the end of this show, I have to tell you guys something. Because something is going to happen on Thursday and Friday that is going to make everybody so flipping happy and create a sense of happiness inside of all you guys. You won't feel it. It's almost like, if you can remember, I hate to compare, but if you can remember that happiness you had when you first started dating a girl you really liked, or a guy you really liked. Thursday and Friday are going to bring you that happiness when you get my big announcement, because it's going to be special. What I'm going to tell you guys is happening on Thursday and Friday at the NFL draft. I'm going to make this announcement. Is going to be big. So we'll talk about that more, but let's talk about the Pirates. I just needed to get that out of the way because my job throughout these next couple of days is to start to get you guys really hyped for Thursday and Friday, because when you see where I'm taking this thing, you guys are going to flipping love it. So I hope you guys really enjoy this one. But let's talk about the Pirates here somewhat. Here. Monday night, we swamped the Nationals, winning a game 16-5 over the Washington Nationals. What the freak? Oh, sorry, just noticed some cream or something on my hands there. But anyway, we beat the Nationals 16-5. This was a great win for our Pirates. It showcased what we could do. Skeens was on the bump. I was so impressed by this team, so freaking thrilled with how we played. And yeah, everything just went right this day. It was, I think, the sixth inning that we went off, and we showcased who we could be and where this team is going. And I'm psyched over the direction of this Pirates team. I am psyched over what is to come for Steel City baseball. So this is going to be special here for sure. We really rocked Cavelli in the second, chasing him. Blake Butera, pulled him after they were down 4-1. Then it was 5-1. Sixth inning, we put up 10 runs. That was awesome. So, yeah, we just played really well Monday night. Tuesday, I was expecting a little bit of a hangover, and that's what did happen indeed. We lost to the Nationals, albeit it was a dogfight. We came back well, almost pulled it out, but just came short, losing the game 5-4. Wednesday, we won 2-0 over the Nationals on Jackie Robinson Day. This was a great win for sure. Definitely great to see that. So, yeah. Let's talk first here a little bit about Tuesday, because I think I kind of jumped over that a little bit, and I apologize. Tuesday, we just got in a hole early. It was like a 15-minute rain delay. We just got in a hole early. 15-minute rain delay. Abrams hit another home run, and yeah, they looked dominant. I mean, the Nationals just looked dominant. That doesn't surprise me. They were up 5-1, and then we cut the lead to 5-3. Then 5-4, and that's how the game ended. I was very upset with Donnie. Now, this is why I need to talk about this game. Why I shouldn't have skipped over it. Why I shouldn't have been so arrogant there and skipped over it. But why did Donnie pull Lau? That was the dumbest flipping decision in the world. Why would he do that? That was beyond ridiculous, and it baffled me to the extreme. So why would he do that? Come on now. Seriously. Be better. On Wednesday night, Jackie Robinson Day, we beat the Nats 2-0. That was a good win for sure. Marcell Ozuna came up big. He's probably my guy of the week because he had such a good week. Both him and KG really turned it up this week, so good to see them succeeding, that's for sure. So Tuesday night was a great win. Our offense didn't play that great, but our pitching held the line a tremendous amount here as I get ready to go to bed. I'm a little tired, so we'll be quick though tonight. Thursday, this was the one that pissed me off the most because I wanted to take 3 out of 4 from the Washington Nationals, and we failed to take 3 out of 4 from the Washington Nationals because we were so dumb late in the game. We started off strong, 4 innings, set out baseball, 0-0. Then in the 5th, both teams erupt and get 4 runs. After 6, we're up 6-5. After 7, the Nats get 2 back. They take the lead 7-6. In the 9th, Bilal, who Donnie thought he was so cute and funny to pull the other day, ties the game. We could have probably won on Tuesday if we had Bilal in there and not Nick York. Come on, Donnie, you're better than this. Anyway, though, the Nationals come through in the 10th. We lose this game. We split the series. This is probably the most disappointing game of the year, or Tuesday. I went to take 3 from the Nats. It would have been huge if we would have taken 3 from the Nats. We would have been in first flipping place right now, since we took 2 from the Reds earlier this year. We would have been in first flipping place if we take one more game against the Washington Nationals. So it's beyond me that we did. And they were both 1-run losses too. We lost 3 games this homestand. Every single last one of them was a one-run loss. That is pathetic, if you want my honest opinion. But anyway, it's life. You split the Nats. It's no big deal. Yeah. Friday night, we debuted the new City Connects, but with Chandler's on the mound. I'm really tired. As you could tell, I probably ran too much about the Pirates. That's why. But anyway. The Chandler's player of the game doesn't surprise me. This is on MLB. Spencer Horwitz gets the run-in. That guy's so underrated. Horwitz is our most underrated hitter, and Ashcraft's our most underrated pitcher. 1-0. And then it's 1-0 going into the 6th. Junior Caminaro had a really good series, singles to tie the game at 1. Bottom of the 6th, the missile, Odell Cruz hits a home run, making it 3-1. Bottom 8th, Ruben Lau doubles, scoring 2, making it 5-1. So that was a good win for Fireworks Night. Debut the City Connects well with Burnett, Batman, and Michael McHenry IV. So good to see it for sure. Yesterday was the wild one. Yesterday was the water park one. It was almost like Wallabunga yesterday. That's a water park name. What water park name is it? Wallabunga. That is a rye. I don't know. Something Abunga. It's a water park. Cowabunga. That's the water park. It's there all over Vegas. Or what was the wave pool at Idlewild? That's what Idlewild and Soakstone. It's in Ligonier, Pennsylvania, if any of you guys know. That's what I think I'm referring to here when I say this about a water park. Here, Soakstone rides. Soakstone rides. Hydro racers, obviously not. Serpentine slides. Wow, this is kind of crazy. I have not been to Idlewild Park in years, and after I was always familiar with some of the rides there. There was last year I was at I was at a game. My bad. I was at a game attending as against the Padres, and there was this guy who I was talking to that worked for Idlewild, or like worked with amusement parks and stuff. As I typed this ride in from Idlewild that said about, we were talking about old rides. I wanted to remove something. Old rides at Idlewild. And we just talked about Idlewild and Soakstone rides. But anyway, that's beside the point. I just need to get the name of this wave thing. Wallabunga. It's Wowbunga. It's the family wave pool at Idlewild. That's what yesterday's game was like. And that's not a metaphor. Or that's literally what yesterday's game was. Wowabunga. So it's Paul Skeen's Pop Day. We're supposed to start at 4:05. They moved the game up to 3:30. We get for about an hour. Bottom of the fourth, Thunder and Lightning come. Horowitz is up. And we go to rain delay. The rain delay lasts a couple hours. I walked the stadium during it, checked out some stuff, and watched WrestleMania. What says WWE? Let's see how the rest of WrestleMania went while we're at it. But WrestleMania is over. I guess Roman Reigns won, and Roman Reigns won the World Heavyweight title tonight at WrestleMania. So yeah, I'll have to watch some entrances later. That's so is hilarious. That is the most hilarious So yeah, watch WWE if you get the chance. Rafters Run, it was a ride at Idlewild. I don't know why it came up. I typed it in and wanted to check it out. But anyway, Wowabunga Day yesterday. Or 2 days ago now at PNC Park. So we come in, and after 2.5 hours at 7 o'clock, it's still raining, but we're playing. They make it out of the inning. Top of the fifth, Cam Sanders is it. Cam Sanders pitched a couple times last year for the Pirates. He came from LSU, which is my SEC school. ACC, obviously, I go to Pitt, so I'm a big Pitt fan. Big Ten is Michigan. I picked Michigan to win my bracket this year, and that was the first time I ever got it correct, so got to stay loyal to Michigan, and I've always been a big Michigan fan. I just said SEC, and Big 12 is Texas Tech. Those are my college teams, if you were wondering. But Cam Sanders comes in. He's from LSU. Last year he pitched a little bit against the Giants, pitched a good game. Reds, he pitched okay. I was at these games, so he pitched okay. So that's how I know. Pitched okay, but not great. I think he's just so predictable. And here's the perfect example of how freaking predictable Cam Sanders of the Pirates is. And this is why he got demoted today, and why overall Cam Sanders should have been cut last year at that non-tender deadline. Hang on a sec. I just have to get this up. I just had a lot going on tonight. Just had to take care of some stuff, and yeah, just trying to figure some stuff out here. That's why it's so late. And I always like to wait till after the Sunday night marathon is over anyway, because I want to get the standings done, and we'll do the standings here in like 2 minutes. Okay, let's look at this stat here. We lost 4-0 to the Cubs last year, September 15th. That is so random. I know it is. It is. Why did I bring this game out? Because Cam Sanders pitched in it. And who hit the home run off him? Oh my gosh, am I tired? I apologize. P. Crow Armstrong. I'm almost positive that's who it was. P. Crow Armstrong hit a home run off of Cam Sanders to center field. It was the most predictable pitch you could ever see. Literally. And yeah, it was Cam Sanders. P. Crow hit a home run off of him. P. Crow bombed it, making it 4-0 Cubs. And I knew at that point, the Cam Sanders experiment needed to end. It didn't work out, and that's okay. It's just life. And yeah, but they decided to put him in a situation like yesterday, and it cost them big time. 3 runs come across the plate. We were up 4-0, and now we're only up 4-3. Then Evan Sisk, who I don't think's a bad pitcher, is in, and it's 5-4 Tampa. Pirates aren't done though yet. Bottom of the 8th, we tied the game at 5. No runs scored in the 9th, meaning we're going to extras after a 2.5-hour rain delay. So it's kind of miserable. 10th inning, no runs. 11th inning, both teams score runs. 12th inning, no runs. 13th inning, Cedric Mullins hits a home run. It's 8-6 Tampa. We cut back, making it 8-7. Unfortunately, Joey Bart did strike out. That's where the game ended at 8-7. It was by far the wildest MLB game of the year. So, that was kind of crazy. Yesterday wasn't that bad at all, as I get tired from being up way too much past my bedtime. And even though I'm in college, I still need a bedtime. And yeah, just it was definitely a hangover game after that Saturday game. But the Pirates won 6-3. Jake Mangum played well. Overall, things as a team went really well this game. And yeah, I mean, that's all. But anyway, I really want to see us go 5-2 this homestand. We went 4-3. It's a little disappointing that we didn't take one more from the Nats. And that's what made this homestand more or less a disappointment for me. But I mean, it's early. We're 13-9, which is still very good. And if you watch my my YouTube sort, I roasted the WVers for that. So you guys should tune into that because it's hilarious. And my sorts do well. So yeah. Anyway, I want to look at standings real quick here because they're a little interesting. How about the Mets, man? This team was so arrogant, so cocky, so everything because they chased Paul Skeens out. And guess who is the worst team in baseball right now? The New York Mets. Or no, they're not the worst team. They're tied for the worst team with Kansas City, who's also 7-15. Kansas City's bad. I'm not surprised by that. Are you? Let's run through these division standings here real quick because I want to talk about the weekend. Anyway, let's look at things here before we go look at scores. Division standings. AL East. Yankees 13-9. Same as us. The best. Maybe not the best, but my favorite record in baseball because of that backyard brawl. And you know what backyard brawl I'm talking about, West Virginia fans. You know it. You just don't want to say it, do you? Because you know those are the two best. Those are your three favorite numbers in the world. 13. Or your two favorite numbers in the world. 13-9. You know it. You just won't admit it, will you? Back to the program here. Baltimore's 10-12. Toronto's 8-13. Boston is 8-13. Strong down now. AL Central. Cleveland, you're 13-10. Detroit, you're 12-10. Minnesota, you're 511-11. Chicago White Sox, you guys are 8-14. Royals, you're 7-15. AL West time now. Texas is 511-11. Athletics are 511-11. Angels are 11-12. Mariners are 10-13. Astros, oh my gosh, I'm tired. Struggling at 8-15. NL East. Atlanta Braves 15-7. Miami Marlins 10-12. Washington Nationals 10-12. Philadelphia Phillies 8-13. New York Mets 7-15. Worst team in baseball. I can't believe the Phillies and the Mets are as bad as they are. Like, something is clearly up there. Like, Atlanta's going to run away with this division. They just are, I kind of feel, right now. But they deserved it after the year they had last year. The NL Central is the best division in baseball, if you can believe that. Leading it are the Cincinnati Reds, boo, at 14-8. Second place are the St. Louis Cardinals, boo, at 13-8. Third place are the Pittsburgh Pirates at 13-9. Yay! Fourth place are the Cubs at 12-9. They're my second favorite team because I love Dansby Swanson, so I'm not going to yay them because they're our star division rivals, but I'm not going to boo them either. And in last place at 12-9, which is very good if you ask me, the Milwaukee Brewers. Boo! One of my least favorite teams in baseball. NL West. LA Dodgers, you're 15-6. Padres, you're 15-7. Diamondbacks, 13-9ers. We have a ton of 13-9ers, and it's great to see, isn't it? Giants are 9-13. Rockies are 9-13. Guys, the Rockies are better than the Mets. Can you believe that? Let's look at the wild card standings here. Way too early. AL leaders, leading the American League and the American League East, the Yankees at 13-9. Second place in the AL Central, leading the AL Central, the Cleveland Guardians. Third place, leading the AL West, the Texas Rangers. Fourth place in your first AL wild card, the Tampa Bay Rays, who we just took 2 games from, so that's good to see. Fifth place, the second AL wild card, the Detroit Tigers. Sixth place, the third AL wild card and the final team in the postseason, the Minnesota Twins at 11-11. Tied with them on the outside looking in are the Athletics. Half game back are the Angels. 1 game back are the Orioles. A game and a half back are the Mariners. 2.5 back are the Toronto Blue Jays. 2.5 back are the Boston Red Sox. 3 back are the White Sox. 3.5 back are the Astros. 4 back are the Kansas City Royals, who are not very good. In the NL right now, first place leading the league, the NL West and the National League and the MLB as a whole, the Dodgers at 15-6. Second place in the in the National League and the leaders of the National League East, the Atlanta Braves. Third place, leading the NL Central, the Cincinnati Reds. Your first wild card and the fourth team, the Padres. Your second wild card and the fifth team, the St. Louis Cardinals. Your sixth wild card, or your sixth team, your third wild card, and by default, the last team in the postseason are our Pittsburgh Pirates. As of today, we would be scheduled to play postseason baseball in Cincinnati against the Reds. Tied with us are the Diamondbacks, but they would lose the tiebreaker. Half game back are the Cubs. Half game back are the Brewers. 3 back are the Marlins. 3 back are the Nationals. 4 back are the Giants. 4 back are the Rockies. 4.5 back are the Phillies. 6 back are the Mets. Can you believe that? The Phillies and Mets are the 2 worst teams in the National League. That's a little unbelievable if you ask me. So yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, let's talk about the week ahead now for the Pirates. They will be in Arlington, Texas to take on the Texas Rangers April 21st at 8:05. April 22nd at 8:05. April 23rd at 8:05. That's a Tuesday through Thursday series. This weekend, they will be in Milwaukee to take on the Brewers at 7:40 p.m. On Friday. Saturday will be a 7:10 start in Milwaukee. Sunday will be a 2:10 start in Milwaukee. So that's the week ahead. It's a road trip kind of week here. Let's look and see who's pitching these days for the teams. Here. Nobody has announced pitchers yet, but let's see who speculated. MLB has the pitchers when they're announced. ESPN has a bit early. I'm not trying to play favorites here, although I maybe kind of am. I like the official sites better, though, but yeah, ESPN's a little better if you want pitchers. Okay, pitching on Tuesday night, the expected matchup is Carmen against Kumar Rockart of the Rangers, so that should be a good one. On Wednesday, Ashcraft's on the mound for us against Jack Leiter. That's a good matchup. I like Jack Leiter a lot, so I'm excited for that one for sure on Wednesday in Arlington. And on Thursday, it'll be Bubba against Jacob deGrom. I can't wait for these pitching matchups in Texas. Those are 3 really good pitchers. And we'll get to see Andrew McCutchen this week for once. Cutts is on the Rangers, and even though he's not here, I'm still pulling for him, except this week when he plays us. But I love Cutts. He was a Pittsburgh legend, so God bless you, Andrew. We miss you, buddy. But Arzuna's playing well. He's probably my MVP of the week. That's something I should start here, and I think we're going to start that. MVP of the week. This week it goes to Marcell Ozuna, for sure. So that's my MVP of the week. We should probably start that, and we are starting that. That executive decision just made by me. Court is in order. Executive decision, MVP of the week, coming now. Bam. Hope you love that. Fridays, the Skeens Day. Paul Skeens is on the bump against Brendan Woodruff, or at least it appears, on Friday night in Milwaukee. Saturday in Milwaukee is Mitch Keller against Jacob Mizorowski. I think that's how you pronounce it. And on Sunday, looks like Carmen. I'm very tired. Carmen will go against Chad Patrick. So that's who Carmen's going against here. So yeah, those are your pitching matchups for the week. And yeah, let's look into predictions here. This is going to sound a bit like falling for mediocrity, but it's not meant to be. These are 2 really good teams. I would be happy if we go 2-4 on this road trip. That's why I wanted to go 5-2 at home this week. Because I wanted to go 5-2 this week so we had some wiggle room this trip. Because I knew it was going to be a tough trip. I really did. And I expect to go 2-4 on this trip. I think we're going to win 1 in Texas and 1 in Milwaukee. And 2-4 wouldn't be a bad trip. Anything above that is a good trip in my eyes because these are good teams. Just need to take one against each of them. Or get swept once and take two the next. Let's take one each series. That should be the goal. Just take as much, here, let me look at something. And this is where I think it gets crazy. Sorry, it's so close. Pirates, hang on. This is where it gets interesting. Extreme split. The Pirates were 44-37 at home last year. They were 27-54 last year. They were 71-91. We had one of the worst road records in the league. If this team is better, we can win 47 games at home, and even if we win 35-40 games on the road, that's still really good. Right now on the road, let's go back and look. We started 1-2 because we lost to the Mets. We won 2 in Cincinnati, evening us up at 3-3. We took 2 from the Cubs. We are 5-4 on the road. If we could just be a little under, if we win 40 games on the road, or even 35 on the road and 50 at home, that is huge. So even if you just take 2 this trip, that's a big deal. So just try to take 2. 3 would be great, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think we take 2. Maybe 2 against the Rangers, 1 against the Brewers. I don't see us winning that series in Milwaukee. I really don't, unfortunately. Try to take 2 against the Rangers, but yeah, other than that, I hope we take, like I just said, for the 900th millionth time, I hope we take 2. That'd be great. But anyway, before we sign off here, because we're almost hitting the half-hour mark, I do want to say something. And I'm very excited for this. As everybody knows, if you haven't been living under a rock, the NFL draft is in Pittsburgh this week. On Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. On Thursday night, at the NFL draft, I will be making a special, major, exciting announcement about the future of where I'm taking things that you guys are going to be so happy about. You're going to cry tears of joy. I can't wait to announce this to you guys Thursday night at the draft. It's going to be insane. Hint, it's not about the Pirates. What it is about, you'll find out Thursday. But I'm sure some of you guys can speculate. On Friday, I will be making another similar announcement. It will be in Pittsburgh, but it won't be at the NFL draft. It'll be a part of the draft, and it'll likely get posted during the draft because it'll be a draft event, but not the draft itself. So keep an eye out. Thursday and Friday, you're going to get special announcements this week, and I cannot wait to deliver those to you guys. But for now, this is all I have for you guys. Keep an eye out Thursday and Friday night. I'm going to be hyping these announcements up all week, so tune in. That's all I have for you guys today. Have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. And as always, peace and God bless. See you guys next Sunday night. And by that time, we'll be skyrocketing. So go to Kennywood and ride the coaster. Because next week, we'll be on the chart to skyrocket, baby. Let's do this. God bless. See you next week.